Harry Potter is the best-selling book series in history, selling over 600 million copies. Its appeal to children and poorly adjusted adults is unmatched, and it spawned movies, theme parks, and even snacks. Today, a Potter-themed snack enters our Chamber of Secrets to take on Jello and Lotte to see who will be the Grand Sorcerer of YTD. Expecto Snackonium. You tried it! You Tried Dat. I'm Nick North of House Chad Hancock.
Got it.
Nick Geiger.
Hey.
Have you... I have a question. Have you used Expecto Snackonium before?
Yes. I did.
Okay.
It's not the first time.
Just wanted to make sure.
I'm very glad you said Grand Sorcerer and not Grand Wizard, because that's a much different type of honorific. That would have been bad.
Whoops.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I never read the book, so maybe.
Maybe there's a Grand Wizard in there.
I just want to say real quick, we don't have to talk about Harry Potter a lot because it sucks, but I think it is insane that they are making a Harry Potter TV series that is the exact plots of the movies that just came out within the last 15 years.
Wait, it's just a reboot?
Yeah, they're just doing the books, but
No.
as a TV series, one season per book or whatever for the next 10 years or so, however many books there are.
Is it going to be like a gritty reimagining, like
I don't think
like
so.
a streetwise tough who's like a detective?
They cast John Lithgow as Dumbledore, who's 75 or something now, and I'm like, he's going to be dead before this is over.
He's also not
Snape is gonna
clearly
kill him.
flamboyantly gay enough. That's
Who's Harry Potter? Who's playing him?
Good question. Let's talk more about Harry Potter.
Jason
Harry Potter
Sudeikis.
TV show cast.
Someone's 40.
Jason Statham.
I don't think they've
smoking a cigarette. Drop kicked Dumbledore in the face.
Oh, Harry Potter's 3 main stars finally cast. This just happened within the last day.
Oh,
Holy
shit.
cow, what?
Jason Momoa.
Pope Leo.
Give us the deets, Kevin.
Just scrolling this. The identities of the 3 future child stars have not been revealed yet. It's reported they are all 11 years old and British. So Jason Momoa, good guess.
Yeah.
Pope
Right.
Leo, good guess.
Who do you think Voldemort is? Someone cool?
I looked at the Jello here, and I thought maybe Bill Cosby was being cast.
The problem with the magic is...
Toil, Muggle, and Doyle.
Expectus Rufius. Okay.
Yeah. He served quite a few potions in his day, that's for sure.
I'm famous for my cadence. That's what I'm known for.
Don't bother Googling me, kids.
Cadence and nothing else.
Okay, important news.
Yeah.
There's a new pope.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Pope Leo from Chicago.
Hey.
Pope. I'm sure I'm the first person to say that.
Right.
Yes.
So he came out. He threw Lou Malnati's to all of the onlookers.
He took one Luminos's pizza and turned it into 17 pieces. Fed the masses.
So you guys pretty excited about that?
I watched, actually last year we watched that movie Conclave. I found it very slow. But if
I
it's
like
anything... Huh?
I said I like it.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It was just slow.
I read the wiki plot. Sounded confusing.
I loved this well-shot, beautifully acted, wonderfully written movie that was nominated for an Oscar. Yeah, I read the wiki plot. Seemed kind of dull. It was about popes, I think.
The ending seemed a little out of nowhere.
I don't...
Maybe that's
Yes, it had a
fault of
wild
the
plot
writer.
twist, for
Yeah.
sure. I don't
Right.
know if this was more like that Pope, or wasn't there that sexy Pope show with Jude Law?
No spoilers for Conclave, but it ends they spend the whole time deciding who the Pope is going to be, and then they pick Bill Cosby, which is
And the first American Pope shall be William Cosby.
And that white smoke is from my stogie.
Yeah.
I talk with this cadence even when I talk in Latin.
And then he made a big like steak hoagie and put a bunch of communion wafers in it and ate it. Just remember when he did that on the Cosby Show? He always ate big sandwiches. That's the only thing I remember about Bill Cosby. Is his
That's
sandwich
what I'm known for.
I hope the popes did not look me up.
Okay, it's two things. It's cadence and the sandwiches. Nothing else, just those two.
Just the two things. And a hit TV show. That's it. 3 things. All I do. Yeah, I heard he was nominated by Cardinal Malcolm Jamal Warner. I could be wrong.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Here's a scenario. And Geiger and I have recently talked about this scenario. And originally started with Justin Verlander in place of the scenario. But now we're going to do it with... I'm going to put Pope in this scenario. Pope Leo. Okay. So you're in a room. Sorry, Geiger. You know.
Oh boy. Okay.
You're in a. You're.
Okay.
Oh well, here we go.
I just want to be clear. I am not the one going to hell right now. That's all.
Any scenario where you can substitute either Justin Verlander or Pope Leo is a scenario I'm interested in hearing.
All right. Tell me if it's two different. Pope Leo.
Tell me if there's a different answer for Verlander or Leo in this choice. So you're in a room by yourself. There's a table. No one's ever going to know what happens in this room. On the table, there's a turned upside down photograph. You know that on the other side of that photograph is a picture of full frontal Justin Verlander / Pope Leo. All right.
One or the other.
It's not. He's not erect or anything. It's just like a normal. I'm sorry.
Then I'm out.
Will you turn the photo over?
Yes.
Yes.
This is not a question.
There's almost nobody other than maybe some family members who on the other side of that picture I wouldn't look.
Yeah.
What if it's us?
Yeah.
I'll look at you, dong. I mean, I'm not going to like linger, but I'd be too curious, I think, not to look at it.
Yeah.
You wouldn't look at me? Want to see it right now?
Look, I immediately said yes to Verlander.
Yeah.
I immediately said yes to Verlander, and probably like you name any celebrity.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like you guys almost feel like family members. Like I don't know
That's
if
true.
I would look at your dong.
It'd be weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if it was just dong and you didn't know which one of it was? You just said you knew it was one of our dongs.
And to get out of the room, you had to guess.
What if it was a saw-like contraption? In order to prevent your jaw from exploding, you had to guess dong.
Guess which of your friends' dong this is, or a bomb explodes in your heart.
And then take his dong and use it to saw your own leg off.
And then we also talked, like, speaking of that, how many people had seen their dads, if you're a guy, had seen your dad naked at some point in your life.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
And I had, and like a lot of us had, which I guess maybe that seems normal or not.
I mean, my kids have, like, they see, you know.
Well, that you remember it, not like as a little, like a 2-year-old, like you're in the same changing.
Right. Like if you saw a picture of your dad's dong, you could pick it up. My
like
kids,
if you took a picture of your dad's dong and framed it.
No, what I'm saying is that every morning, in order for my kids to eat breakfast, first I make them flip over a picture that has me naked on it. And then I allow them to have breakfast.
You were like telling that story so earnestly. I'm like, wait a minute. Every morning before breakfast, you show them your dong? Like,
and then I said, Geiger said, no, I hadn't seen my he goes, I haven't seen my dad's, but I saw my grandfather's dick and balls.
I saw him. I saw
like,
Becky and Jenny. I'm sorry, I saw Grandpa's balls. Yeah. No, well, he was older then, so his balls were sagging.
Why are you apologizing? You're sorry because you got to and they didn't. Like, I'm sorry you didn't have.
No, they don't want to think of Grandpa that way.
As having a dick and balls? I don't want to think that my grandpa had a dick and balls. Where
Well,
do they think they
they-
ostensibly came from?
Picture them.
A quarter
No,
of them
they
came
got-
from that balls.
Gagger, you then told me,
Yeah.
well, I saw his balls first.
Yeah.
Before
Well,
the
'cause-
dick.
Because he was changing and the balls like dropped out. Like he had like hangers. Sorry. He had droopy balls. Like I love my grandfather. He was changing in a hotel room and I happened to be there and I think he saw me, he goes, whatever. We all got him or something like that. He said something to that effect. And he was right. We all got him. We all got him.
Is this the fastest we've ever lost all our listeners in an Geiger's grandpa's balls and Justin Verlander on a photo card and stuff. Would you? Okay, you have a table with 2 pictures on it. One of them is Justin Verlander, and one of them is Pope Leo. You can only flip over one. Which one do you flip over?
I think Verlander just
I feel
out of,
like a little less weird about it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm doing Pope all the way.
All right. What if there's 2 pictures on the table, and one is my grandfather's dick, and the other is just his balls? Which one do you look at?
Well, you got to look at the balls first.
You got to put them together.
Per
and make a
tradition,
tableau. Yeah.
you look at the balls first. That's how it goes.
What if it's an under the ball shot? Okay. Well,
This was a picture of your
That's-
grandpa's dick and balls, but someone had cut up the pieces into like a puzzle. And then you had to put it together before a bomb exploded in your heart.
do I know it's his balls, or I just think it's a random set of balls? Like I couldn't recognize him just by.
You're
his
gonna know.
balls.
You're gonna find out pretty quickly.
I am.
Yeah.
He's holding his birth certificate next to him or something. There he is.
Correctly solve this 300-piece puzzle of your grandpa's balls, or a bomb explodes in your heart.
Excuse me?
You have 10 minutes.
I can't believe I got your grandfather to go along with his death trap.
Those are his real pubes on the puzzle.
Dude. No.
I'll tell you how I got the photo. It was me all along. That's what I'm known for.
Bill Cosby is Saw guy. Riding out on a little motorcycle or a bicycle.
A bomb will explode in your heart.
This has been a
Okay,
great podcast.
that's what I'm known for, is my cadence and some big sandwiches and bombs exploding in hearts. Those are the 3 things I'm known for.
It's very difficult to do Bill Cosby cadence in Saw voice.
Do you want to play a
Okay.
game?
All right, Harry Potter popcorn. We're gonna eat 3 snacks. 5-point scale. Love that, like that, indifferent to that, dislike that, hate that. This is the Skinny Pop brand,
God.
limited edition, Harry Potter Butterbeer flavored
This
kettle popcorn.
popcorn just smells transphobic.
So it's I was telling Novak that I had seen Hagrid's ball. No, they have a couple different of these Harry Potter Butterbeer snacks. There was like a goldfish version, but I was worried like we'd get one and Chad would be like, "This sucks," and I'm like, "All right, 2 more Butterbeer snacks now to go through." So,
It's only 2 genders of wizard.
you're a patronum or a matronum?
Who's letting men into the women's Quidditch match? I did have a butterbeer. I was telling Geiger when I went to Universal Studios last year.
To like in the Harry Potter world or whatever?
Yes, in the Harry Potter world, we went and got a butterbeer. And it tastes sort of like a butterscotch cream soda.
Yeah, I was going to
it
say,
fine.
it's a soda,
Yeah, it's like a carbonated beverage type of thing.
but it doesn't have any alcohol in it.
No, you might be able to order one that does, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't think they sell much booze in the Harry Potter.
Come get fucked up, kids.
Here's Dumbledore's Sex on the Beach. It's with a guy.
As was very clearly present in your subtext.
I'm pretty sure up in Wisconsin I've had actual butter beer. Just butter and a Miller High Life.
How was that HP World? Any good?
It looked cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Your family isn't big Harry Potter fans.
No, we're not really into Harry Potter, so it didn't mean much to me, really. Plus, I was fucking plastered off of the...
Was stumbling around that place.
Didn't you get thrown out because you got in a fight in Harry Potter World? Because you were so fucked up on butterbeer? My sisters are big
everywhere.
Potterheads, and to them I say, no thank you.
We did take a picture there next to... The only character they had there was, like, train conductor. Like, what's a fucking
classic character, yeah. It was played by Arnold Schwarzenegger in the new TV show. Train
Get on the train!
Get on the 39th and a half platform! Whatever the fuck it is.
Who is your daddy? And what magic does he do? No Dobby the elf? Dobby was nowhere to be found?
No Dobby.
That seems like a slam dunk, Dobby.
Yeah, Dobby should be walking around.
No Sirius Black.
No? How about
Bellatrix Lestrange? Any of that?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there was a few of those.
They had like 3 or 4 Bellatrix Lestranges walking around, you know.
No Draco Malfoys? None of them?
No Draco Malfoy. No Lucius Malfoy.
How about no Mother Malfoy?
No Mama Malfoy. Momfoy, as she's called.
Just giant Austrian train conductor. That was the only one.
Are you sure he was like an employee of the park, or is he just some jack dude standing near the train that you insisted on taking a picture with?
Train conductor.
All right, Geiger, what do you think of this?
I think it
So
sucks.
stupid.
I like popcorn, but I'm a well-noted fan of not really liking sweet popcorn or kettle corn. This isn't overly I mean, it's sweet. I'm not going to say that, but it's not like it could have. I was expecting it to be a lot more sugary. I'm just not like butterscotch is pretty down the list of things I enjoy. Kettle corn's pretty far down the list of things I enjoy. I didn't really think I'd like this, but I thought I would give it the old Patronum and see if it was worth it. But it is not. I don't hate it. It's innocuous enough. But a couple handfuls and that was good. It's also got that problem. I do actually not mind Skinny Pop as far as bagged popcorns go, but bagged popcorn is never as good as fresh because it's just got that sitting in a bag on a shelf for months kind of quality to it. So I'll give it a dislike that. I'm not a huge fan.
To clear up the exact flavor on the back, it says taste of butterscotch flavor and a hint of brown butter and caramel flavor. All right, Chad, what do you think?
I mean, maybe the like Butterbeer Goldfish or something I would have had a better shot with me. I'm a noted popcorn skeptic.
Mm-hmm.
I almost never choose to eat popcorn. I don't think it's a good use of calories. Especially bagged popcorn. This is no exception. It's not the only positive thing I'll say about it is it's not completely revolting. But it is bad. Has all the worst traits of bagged popcorn, and the flavor's not good either. And it has a pretty nasty aftertaste. Dislike that. Pretty strong one.
It's better than straight kettle corn, which I don't like. There's almost not much to the taste. I feel like if they were going to go for something, they needed to sell out a little more. It's very bland.
Mm-hmm.
I think, to me, it's just right in the middle, very innocuous snack. I'm going to give it an indifferent to dat. So an indifferent and 2 dislikes. Let's next go to the one brand that Bill Cosby is known for, Jello. He's known best for
The fourth thing I'm known for. These are the only 4 things.
Jello, the thing I'm mainly associated with giving to other people.
I don't give anyone anything else. Only
Nope.
Jello.
Only Jello.
It's sour berry blue Jello candy squares.
It's the weirdest looking fucking snack.
It's shaped like a golden graham,
Yeah.
Yeah.
except neon blue.
It's
A
ripped for
neon
her pleasure.
blue, gummy, golden graham size thing, just completely coated up with tons of sugar.
Yeah.
Nothing about this says Jello at all.
No. They're not all natural, I don't think. Yeah, this is Jello just saying we're going to make a sour gummy.
Okay, Chad.
I feel like I'm the most likely among us to actually like these because I can like, I like some sour stuff, but like I'm Jello. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know what I mean? Like this. I think it needs to be a little bit more sour. The texture is okay, but it's a little off with how thin it is. Like I want something that's maybe a little more gummy or like gummy bear consistency or something like that. I think would be a little bit better. It's just too like you got to rip at it kind of thing. They're not bad actually. The flavor overall, maybe because it's just so douched in sugar. But I don't know. I can't go any higher than indifferent to that. They're kind of lame.
I don't know how you print the word sour on this fucking bag. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing sour about it at all. To me, blue flavored shit is like almost always the worst flavor.
Agreed.
Like anytime there's a blue, like
The worst flavors, the worst balls. Yeah, I agree.
right.
Your favorite flavor is not blue.
This is just not good. It's not a good version of whatever the fuck they're trying to make here. I'm gonna give it a dislike that, Geiger.
Yeah, I don't mind the blue flavor of things. Like blue raspberry, like suckers are okay. But I agree. If you're going to advertise it as a sour candy, it's got to be sour. And this is really not. It's a little sour, but just enough to almost taste bitter afterward, not like to really be roasted in your taste buds. And it's got that unpleasant mouthfeel of not only getting stuck in your teeth, but having all that crunchy sugar on it too. So not great. I'm going to also give this a dislike that. I'm not a big fan of it.
Okay, we got an indifferent and two dislikes again. We are tied here, and we've got some Pocky type snacks coming up.
Pocky imitation, just fucking high stepping into the finish
line. Okay, so Geiger, we are ready for round 2.
We are.
Recap us, because I don't remember anything from round 1.
Okay, just to go over the round 1. 2 of us took Verlander's dick, and the Pope got 1 vote. Oh wait, that's not what we're talking about. We are doing another fighting tournament of mascots. We decided, or I decided, these guys didn't decide shit. I decided we were going to do my high school's conference, of which we did last time. And the winner of that conference, otherwise known as the North Shore Conference, yes, was the Nicolay Knights. This time we are doing your guys' conference, so where you went to high school. So originally I had asked, now obviously there isn't as many teams in your conference as there was in mine, because we care more about education in Wisconsin, so there's more schools. But we decided...
we have Pope Leo.
We have butter in our beer. So I had asked Novak originally, I'm like, are you cool if I add this high school your daughters will go to in the conference? But they actually are already in your conference. I did not know that. Like Warren and they share a conference. So I've added the school my son will go to high school in, and then also a school from Crystal Lake where Novak grew up to even out the number. So this is the North Shore Conference plus 2 others.
So this is round 2, and another thing that is a round 2 is your grandfather's balls. Go ahead.
Yes, common way to refer to testicles as a round 2.
Yeah,
2 round things. I put these round things in your face, you get sprung. That's my grandpa's balls. What am I doing? I love you, Grandpa. I'm sorry. All right. God, I'm glad he's not here to hear this. Okay, so
Sorry.
we have. I mean, you would have stopped listening a long time ago. Nick, you talked about cum every week.
Famous podcast fan, your grandpa.
Yeah, he can't get enough of cereal. All right, so I was listening to the Joe Rogan Experience the other day. Did you know aliens are among us? Okay. So that roided up dumb fuck said it was true. I don't know why I'm firing shots at Joe Rogan.
Whoa.
Anyway, yeah, I got a little angry there. Okay. We have 2 play-in games to start, the 8-9 and the 7-10, and then we'll get to the rest of it. So I will start with the 8-9 matchup. This is going to be the Mustangs. The Mustangs are the Mundelein Mustangs against the Bulldogs of Waukegan. So the Waukegan Bulldogs with the Mundelein Mustangs.
Sure.
A horse versus a dog.
Uh-huh.
Novak, I'm going to stick the dealer here and make you go first. What do you think?
Well, let's not spend too much time on this first one here.
Mhm.
Mustang's a
boring.
pretty powerful horse. And a bulldog, while is a cute and funny dog, is going to stand no chance against this Mustang. So let's do Mustang.
You're enamored with that Mustang. Look at I turned over pictures of horses. I think.
Lucifer.
He would win this whole thing hands down.
Lucifer had a round 2. Okay, so while I agree with Novak that Mustangs are a powerful horse, or whatever he said about them, I disagree that bulldogs are funny. More they are like 38 too many layers of inbred. So I don't think but I agree then ultimately that the Mustang will win and the bulldog doesn't stand a chance.
Very weirdly laid out argument.
Wow.
Okay.
This guy's had an axe to grind with bulldogs.
Quit calling bulldogs funny. They are in fact not funny.
They are the opposite
Also,
of funny. Many layers of inbred. That is the opposite of funny.
All right, the 7-10 matchup. We've got the Scouts is the 7th seed from Lake Forest. The Lake Forest Scouts.
Rich
Terrible
Fox,
Mustang. Now, I will be honest, guys. In all my fighting tournament days, I've usually been able to figure out what a mascot's supposed to fucking be.
Oh, I wonder what
I
this
have
is.
no idea what to do with these Zion Benton ZBs. So it's clearly Z and B, and they just turned it into a mascot. So I'm going to allow you guys to figure out what a ZB is and determine if it can beat a Scout. So,
I
Chad,
was
you're
just
up
at
first.
a track meet last night, looking at all these teams, knowing that this tournament was coming.
Oh, really? Were you
Thinking about this.
sizing them up?
I was
You were
scouting
the
the
scout.
Scouts.
All right.
Okay, one thing I will say, we joke a lot about like, oh, the Bears have the nuclear codes or whatever, but they're I don't think it's active anymore, but at one point there was like a nuclear power plant in Zion. So if any mascot has the nuclear codes, it's probably the ZBs, right? They're very closely
They
associated.
have the nuclear codes because they worked on a
Because-
nuclear power plant?
Yeah, that's why.
Okay.
That's where you store the nukes at, right?
Yeah, you store it
Yeah.
at the plant.
Bill Cosby ruined several nuclear families. That doesn't mean I got the nuclear codes. Remember, that's the only thing you got to remember about me. I got the nuclear codes.
I think the
Pay
ZBs.
no attention to my round 2.
We're going to get that off the ground as a saying.
Or my long one, which is this long hoagie.
my vasectomy doctor's like, I think I'm going to snip your round 2. Like, oh, okay. Round 2 balls. He goes, yeah.
I think ZBs. I think the direction we got to go is it is a bee that is flying so fast that it's making a zzz sound as it goes. That's the Z part of the ZB. But whatever we do, I'm annoyed that I even have to try to think of something for that. So I will go Scouts.
Okay. What if that Scout's allergic to bee stings? Checkmate.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so the ZBs have the nuclear codes.
Yes.
In this case, the door code to get inside the nuclear power plant.
Yeah, that's what I meant. They got the key card.
Um, a scout. We're gonna have to figure out what the fuck they mean by scout.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like in theory, just someone who goes ahead to figure out what the problem is gonna
No,
be.
I think if I
It's
remember
not a Boy
correctly
Scout.
from when I was there, it was based off the main character from To Kill a Mockingbird. I think that's what it was.
Oh
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I read a book
Maybe it was a
once.
bunch of maybe they're the Lake Forest last Boy Scouts, starring Bruce Willis,
Mm-hmm. Could be that.
where he has a literal football,
Mm-hmm.
not the nuclear football.
So in order to get ZBs out of here, let's go with scouts.
Thank you for doing what needed to be done. All right. We're going to start back up at the top then again. The Mustang is going to run into the number 1 seed, your very own Warren Township Blue Devils.
Yeah.
So Devil's pretty hard to beat. He is the devil, but he's blue. I don't know if that's like the regular
I mean,
devil
we
or his cousin or
established
something.
that blue tastes like shit, so it's a
Yeah,
that's
tasting
true.
devil.
The
He's
old
the
brown
sour-berry
blue.
blue devil.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'll say this: you might think, listeners, that Novak and I will try to put our thumb on the scale to have the Blue Devils win. But I will say, Novak only went to that high school for a year, so I don't think he really gives a fuck. And I never cared about student athletics, so I also have no allegiance to the Blue Devil.
Now, it could be more interesting if we did make the Mustang Lucifer versus Blue Devil.
but you were part of the Blue Devils nerd squad, like, and theater troupe.
Yes.
Yeah. So, the devil isn't blue is part of the
No.
problem,
Yeah.
right? So this is sort of a poser devil.
Why is he blue? Is he having
generic.
trouble breathing?
He's sad.
Is he
Walmart
choking?
devil.
Walmart,
Walmart
devil.
version devil.
Great value devil.
Is he a reject from the Blue Man group? Why is he blue?
But he is going up against a Mustang. Pretty powerful horse. But I
I'm
think the
blue,
devil...
abba-dee.
I have to give the devil his due, and I think he's going to go at least past this round. So let's go devil.
Okay.
Yeah, I think even an inferior Blue Devil would still be able to beat any horse sans Lucifer. But since we did not establish that this particular Mustang is Lucifer, it is just a generic Mustang, I will go Blue Devil.
Okay. For those of you who have no fucking idea who Lucifer is, check the archives.
It's the
Okay.
greatest thing about Colorado.
Google Lucifer and then only Google Bill Cosby plus Jello, because that's the only thing he's known for.
Right.
The only thing to know about Colorado is Lucifer.
Why is he talking about Colorado? All right, 4 or 5 seed. We've got the Stevenson Patriots. Now, this is where Novak's children
Woot.
matriculate. Yep. And versus, actually, as it turns out, where my son will matriculate, the Buffalo Grove Bison. So a big, powerful bison versus a man who loves America deeply, or a woman. Could be a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a blue devil.
The Stevenson QAnon shamans.
Versus the guy versus the animal Hugh Munchon wears on his head.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
Stevenson putting my feet up on Pelosi's desk.
This is the Stevenson Mel Gibsons, famously the Patriot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chad, what do you think about Patriot Bison?
Well, all right. You might point to history and
Right.
say that, like, the Bison were beaten out by the Patriots as part of
That is why I seeded it.
Manifest Destiny, blah, 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 right? Like all that stuff. But that was the Patriots of old. The modern day Patriot is like a fucking shitty redneck, right? Who's like drinking a 12-pack of beer and is like a slovenly person complaining about immigrants. Or it's like a tech bro in a Cybertruck. And neither of these people are beating a bison, which is a very powerful and strong animal. So I will go with the bison.
Yeah, the problem is, like, what weapon is the Patriot
Right.
known to have? Like, I think of, like, maybe the early... In my mind, Patriot is like that early gun.
Like the musket.
Like the musket, right?
Mhm.
But as Chad said, January 6th has changed the term Patriot forever to
two people who probably have a lot more powerful modern guns. But yeah, then go ahead.
Right. But I think if you get them one-on-one in an arena, it's not going to be able to act quick enough with the shot to bring down the bison. So let's go bison.
Yeah, I mean, today's patriots couldn't live off the land like our forefathers, that's for sure. You can't kill the bison with Wi-Fi, you pussies. I don't know which side it sounds like I'm on right now. All right, going down to the 2 seed, who is going to face the Scouts, who moved forward. This is a controversial 2-3 seed. I thought long about this, but I did make them the 2, and that is...
A lot of controversy about this, I've heard, yeah.
The Lake Zurich Bears. I made Bears 2 over
I saw
the
Bears
3
in
seed.
there.
Yeah, Bears. But you guys love your fucking Bears and
we
how
do.
powerful they are. So
good
Bears v Scouts. Now, keep in mind the Scouts could scout the Bears and find out their weaknesses, but
Bears don't have
like
weaknesses. What are you
honey
talking about?
and loud noises and Bill Cosby. But Novak, Bear v Scout. Bill Cosby, known enemy of a bear. Come here, bear. I'm going to give you some.
Have a drink, bear.
I've got a frothy cauldron of gooey substance.
This is the only situation I use tranquilized beverages, is with the bear. Don't Google any other situations.
Love those bears when they're knocked unconscious.
So, wait, what? It's Bears against what now? Bill
Cosby. Bears versus Scouts.
Swipe the martini out of Cosby's hands. Okay, a scout goes ahead, sees what the problem is.
Yeah.
Turns around and goes to tell somebody else to do the fighting.
Somebody who can actually solve the problem, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Bear killer.
Right. Hey, Bill, there's a bear up there. You're going to need double the dosage. So I don't think the Scouts prepared to fight. I'm going to go with bear.
I mean, in the words of our new pope, da bears, right? That's what he said.
Jesus Christ. Fucking Facebook joke my dad would send me.
We got to feed the poor.
You got to take da communion.
Dicka versus pestilence. I think Dicka. His 12 disciples were Walter Payton and French Perry, Richard Dent,
Cardinal Gale Sayers.
Who do you got here? Bears?
Oh, yeah, bears.
Yeah.
All right. Now, the 3rd seed, I contend this could have been a 2nd seed, but you guys have made your predilection for bear known. So I made the 3 seed, the Crystal Lake Tigers, as the 3rd seed. And then number 6, the 6th seed is trying to find the school, the Libertyville Wildcats. So this actually cleared something up for me because my son plays basketball a lot. We've played Libertyville several times, and their middle school team kept calling the J-Cats. We kept going, what the fuck is that J-Cat? But I think it just means Junior Wildcats. So that cleared up a mystery. So thank you, me, for doing this research.
Wow, what a mystery that was too.
Wildcats versus
J.J.
Bear,
Abrams
a
would
tiger.
be in awe of that mystery.
Yeah, there was a lens flare when I figured it out too. It was pretty great. And then I just copied the plot of A New Hope. Those episodes all over the fucking place. All right, Tigers versus Wildcat.
Is a tiger a wildcat? Yes, a tiger is a wildcat. The term wildcat can refer to any member of the cat family.
Wow, we must go deep.
So are you suggesting, nay, insisting, that this could be Tiger v. Tiger?
Yeah, correct.
It could be the epic battle for the ages.
It feels like Wildcat, they roll a dice, and then, a 6, a tiger comes out, 3, it's a jaguar, etc.
Okay.
Okay, so Tiger versus Pokemon, apparently. Chad, who you got? Tiger
Yeah. I mean, even if it is, wait, where's the tigers from Crystal Lake? Even if it is a tiger that comes out for the Wildcat, I still think the Crystal Lake tiger is going to be better than the Libertyville tiger because fuck Libertyville.
Oh, fuck.
Wow.
Shots fired. Someone hates Mickey Fins.
I mean, well, no, I had it's because like that's where our church was growing up. I hated going there.
All right, Chicago Pope and everything. Okay.
Yeah, well, I guess if you're rolling that D6 or a round 2 or something to see which tiger comes out.
Roll that round 2 to find out which Wildcat's coming out.
Roll them nuts.
You want me to roll my testicles?
I wrote
roll
the name of 2 different cats on my balls. You grab one.
Let's see which one falls out first. The third cat's on my dick, but you won't see it till after the fall.
Chad's right about fuck Libertyville. Like, definitely fuck Libertyville. But also, he doesn't know better to know fuck Crystal Lake, too. So I'm actually going to go with the Wildcat.
Wow.
So, Geiger,
So I have to pick tiger versus tiger?
You put tiger versus tiger, you piece of shit.
I put Wildcat, you asshole. Okay.
You should have Googled, is tiger Wildcat?
I am going to take the Crystal Lake Tigers only because I have to play Libertyville a million fucking times, and I didn't have to I hated having to figure out that fucking J-Cats bullshit. So, okay.
So, fuck Libertyville. All right.
Fuck Libertyville. And also fuck Mickey Fitz. Okay. Firkin. All right. Firkin. That is down to our final 4. Here we go. Blue Devil versus Bison.
Wow.
Novak, lead us off.
The matchup of the ages.
Yeah.
Now
Now, we don't know what kind of weaponry, like a kind of musket the Blue Devil's working with.
he does have in the logo
Yeah.
a little pitchfork.
Yep.
Okay.
But he just kind of look little.
It's a small devil, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like one of those hanging on your shoulder size devils. It feels like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did you have a guy dressed up like a Blue Devil, like at the basketball games and stuff, or football games?
I would tell you if I'd ever gone to a basketball or football game.
We did have a big like robotic life devil that would came out of the wall like at a metal concert. And he just fucking like block shots when the other team would shoot.
The student council president's job was to control the devil from behind the scenes.
Deploy from the ceiling and just smash the other team's point guard. What the fuck?
I'm pretty sure we did not have a person in a devil outfit come out.
No.
Yeah.
Nothing at your like Math Olympics or whatever. Some guy showed up as a Blue Devil.
Olympics. That was in like 5th grade. Okay, I wasn't doing that. I was just doing speech team and plays and stuff.
All right.
I'm gonna say, look, Bison, extremely powerful, beautiful creature,
Exquisite.
But the devil has a lot of skills. He attends sports games.
A lot of skills.
He's a mathlete.
Hold on. Attend sports games is a skill? I must be the most skilled fucking human on the planet. I've been
the devil sits in bleachers like a motherfucker, I'll tell you that.
Devil went down to Georgia and he watched himself some b-ball.
He's 40 foot tall and rips through the wall of the gymnasium. And so I think he's going to be able to take down the buffalo. I'm going to go with the devil.
Okay. I mean, you know who really took down the buffalo was the white devil.
Deep.
Read a history book.
Deep, yeah. Mm-hmm. Really, that makes you think. Really.
Yeah.
Makes you reevaluate your worldview.
Yeah. I did.
I was, I was all set to give this one to Bison, but Novak pointed out something pretty good about the devil, which is that it's 40 feet tall and comes through the basketball stadium walls or whatever he said. So I will go Blue Devil.
Well,
it's a good point.
As I say to Jake once in a while, bye, son.
Wow.
I'm just gonna sit there for a while. You guys get it?
And you were on me for the round 2 comment.
That's a shitty joke. Remember, because I used to be a great comedian. That's all I'm known for, is being a comedian. All right, classic Bears and Tigers and Lions. Oh my, here Bears v Tigers. So I guess not lions at all. But Chad, bear versus tiger, two of the most ferocious animals in the animal kingdom. This is a heavyweight clash here. What do you got?
Well, I don't know if we might have had Bears versus Tigers before. I don't know, because I definitely have Googled in the past. Like I Googled who would win in a fight between tiger and bear, and there's like a whole there's like a Quora article with like animal experts like breaking it down or whatever.
Okay.
And the consensus from them seemed to be that tigers would win because tigers are like faster, they can like pounce, they're more powerful. Bears don't usually like fight as much. They just sort of like they use their big paws like more defensively or that sort of thing. And they're not used to having, because they're like there's no apex predators like them, so that they don't usually have to get rough and tumble like that. But what the Quora nerds failed to take into account is the nuclear codes. I will go Bears.
Is this the Revenant bear too? Like a big ass, nasty bear?
It is.
Yeah, it's the Revenant bear.
I did Google, is a bear a tiger?
Is a bear a wildcat though?
AI overview says no. A bear is not a tiger.
Thanks, AI. AI Overview finally got something right.
The AI data lake just got dumber by that data point. Had to tell this one guy that a bear wasn't a tiger.
It's time to end humanity. Fire the nukes.
Well, even though the song, as we know, says "I like the tiger," telling Tiger earlier that when "Eye of the Tiger" was playing and this kid nearby was singing, just like misheard it and was hearing it for the first time and singing "I like the tiger."
I like turtles.
So the tiger is great, but I think bear and devil, it was meant to be all along.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's not beat around the bush then. Novak, you're back up. Blue Devil Bear.
Wow.
Blue Devil Bear actually sounds like a pretty badass animal, but
here's the issue.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna lay it out.
Lay it out.
Hit me with it.
Bears win a lot, right?
They do. I mean, there's a reason.
When you guys are in charge,
we've made bears
unstoppable machines.
Win a lot.
Yeah.
Deservedly so.
I
some
don't
might
know
say.
if they should keep winning or not. That's what they have against
is
it.
funnier.
They are the Statler and Waldorf of the fighting tournaments, which I do.
On the other hand, Blue Devil is the school I went to, and fuck that place. So that can be tough. So I'm just going to. Neither one is going to win on name alone. So if I look at the logistics of this, I think the devil is wielding this pitchfork.
Yeah.
It is otherworldly. I think this might be the time the bear's going to go down. I think it's going to be the Blue Devil.
Oh, wow. Chad?
I mean, on the one hand, you have this creature that is the size of a basketball hoop and has all the weapons and tools at its disposal. And then you also have a blue devil, which is,
the most obvious joke setup I've ever heard. It took forever.
Terrible. Just awful. I'm so sorry.
liked it. I liked it. I'm just saying, I know where this is going.
I almost fucked it up too. I almost said, and the other one's the bear, but then I was like, wait a second, that's not what I meant. I can't take my blue devils any farther. I mean, the devil looks like a fucking little bitch, if I'm being honest. Like, it just like doesn't look intimidating at all. I don't think that any bear is going to be afraid of that little pitchfork that 3-tined piece of shit that it's holding. So probably 3 tines if I remember correctly. So I'm going to toss this one to Geiger. I'm going bear.
Chad insulting the Pope and the devil tonight. He's really he's just stuck in
Nowhere to
purgatory the
go.
rest of his life.
That's
Look, I'm not. I have spent much of my life hating bears. Let's be very clear.
Mhm.
Not the animal, but what it represents. But I just don't think it could beat the literal personification of evil with mystical powers. Let's be honest. Blue devils are real. I've seen them. They're dangerous. So I think the little bitch-looking devil with the 3-tined pitchfork could maybe still beat an actual bear. And I think it makes for a more interesting finale when it faces off against the Wisconsin winner in our final matchup tonight to declare the big old champion.
yeah.
Fuck that up.
The big old
champion. The big old round 2 swinging champion. The Knight. So, Chad, can the Blue Devil take down a Knight?
Boy.
Kind of like a Crusaders style, battle.
Yeah, we really picked
Right.
the most boring shit from Wisconsin, didn't we?
Yeah.
Did we establish that the Knight had like the laser or anything interesting?
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention he had a fucking laser cannon.
Was the Knight piloting the Death Star or anything
Yes.
like that?
Yeah. It was Sir Vader from the Sir Galahad, but he had like a cybernetic arm.
Yeah. I love Knights as much as the next guy. That is true.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Knight loving dude.
Yeah, Knights
Your
are
brand.
Knights are pretty cool.
The Knights of the Round 2.
Knights of the Round 2. Stupid shit. All right. Yeah, this I think this is a tough matchup. I think this one could go, many rounds. They're fairly evenly matched,
How
right?
many?
How many rounds?
At least 2. 2 rounds. Could go 2 rounds.
Could go 2 rounds.
Could be a round 2 match. I swear I
dumbest phrase we've ever coined in our entire fucking
I
life.
didn't mean to do that when I said that. Okay. I'll just
Pick
one.
ahead, Gaudio.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
I think I'm gonna give this one to the Knights.
Okay.
Devil's 40 feet tall.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot.
Keeps getting bigger every time you talk about him.
Mathlete.
Oh fuck, he knows math. Okay, maybe I should switch to Blue Devil.
The problem is the Knight has a round 2. And we all know the devil was previously an angel, a fallen angel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when he fell, he lost his round 2.
What?
Angels
What
ain't got nuts. Everybody knows that.
I gotta be honest. This tournament just seems like a vehicle for round 2 jokes at this point. I don't think you guys are taking it seriously. You see, the devil doesn't have any balls, is what I'm trying to say. He lost his balls when he fell from heaven, apparently.
The Knight's got a sword.
Yeah.
He's a gallant knight. He's a brave knight. He's going to sneak into the underworld. He's going to face the devil head on, and the devil shall fall upon his sword, and the knight will be champion.
Wow.
Nice. Congratulations to Nicolay. Big bunch of rich pussies. All right. They are. Pussies. But
They didn't win any. They do
Fuck
not
you,
want to win
Nicolay.
this.
Excuse me, we're in what now? What's round 2? I don't get the joke.
I'm not sure I get it either.
Ernie Von round 2.
You'll lose your balls when you fall from heaven.
Okay.
All right.
This is the Lotte Toppo Rich Chocolate and Crispy Pretzel. They are... where'd you get these, Geiger? From...
Store.
No, they're from Midsommar.
They're just from like Woodman's, so like nothing fancy yet.
Oh, okay.
It is not a Pocky imitator, as previously thought.
Oh, it's product of Thailand. Lotte is a brand we've had probably as much as literally any other brand of anything on this podcast. Looks like Pocky.
I mean, just in that it's like a long...
Yeah.
It's a long one form factor. But it's not like a chocolate-coated pretzel. It seems like it's an actual chocolate pretzel with like maybe more chocolate inside. Is that correct?
There's chocolate inside the tube. Yeah. Artificial cocoa flavored pretzel stick with chocolate filling is what it says in the back.
Boys, I feel like we've been on a cold streak. No,
Yeah.
I haven't had that many really good snacks recently.
Well, yeah, we had a Vigo Bears couple, and
really
the Kilwin's chocolates were pretty good a couple episodes ago, but last few eps not great.
There's nothing that great about this. It's rich chocolate. I don't know. The whole thing just tastes a little like bland and muddy. Like it's chocolate flavor is not that great. It's not bad. Like I could sit here and eat these, but it's like just sort of mindless. I'm not enjoying it that much. I could give or take these. I feel like I really can't go much higher than an indifferent, which is going to make this very close coming down to the end. Geiger?
Yeah. I think my problem is them advertising this as pretzel. It doesn't taste like a pretzel at all. It just tastes like a cracker. Like those regular Pocky sticks. It's the same consistency and kind of the same flavor. If you're saying it's pretzel, like put salt on the outside or something to make it taste like a pretzel. The chocolate is fine. The stick is fine. This whole thing's fine. It's innocuous enough. I'll give it an indifferent to that, but I agree. I was hoping it would be better.
Okay. As long as Chad does not hate these, they're going to win because there's the first one to even get 2 indifference the entire episode. Chad.
Wow. It got around 2 indifference. These are strictly worse than Pocky. You know, we were comparing them to Pocky. I'd way rather eat a Pocky than these. But I mean, it's like you guys said, they're so just bland and flavorless. I'm sure my 6-year-old will love these things. But as far as like someone with an actual palate, they're not really like doing it for me. I'm right there with you guys. They're I'd say it's kind of low level, but they are an indifferent to that for me too.
Okay, Lazy Electioneer is the winner. Just some very mid snacks today.
Mm-hmm.
Geiger, where can listeners contact us?
If you've ever seen your grandpa's balls, I'm sorry, his round 2. If
better.
you've ever seen, if
Thank
you
you
have
for
look
the
at
correction. Very important.
Yeah. If you would flip over a picture of the Pope and or Justin Verlander naked, or even if you wouldn't, tell us what you would do. If you think a Blue Devil could beat a Knight or vice versa, or you disagree with how the outcome of that occurred, if you have big thoughts on the Chicago Pope, big old Italian beef-eating Pope, not on Fridays during Lent.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that. They'll eat fish instead.
Pope Leo
Anyway.
knows.
What up?
You know, one thing actually we didn't touch on with the Pope and the conclave and stuff was that the black smoke came out saying that there was no Pope, and then they had to go back for round 2.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Glad we came
Yeah,
back to
you
that.
literally just lowered your head.
What? I'm a 45-year-old man talking about my grandpa's fucking balls and listening to a litany of round 2 jokes about just Testicles in general? All right, well, that's our podcast. If you don't want to comment on any of this bullshit, you can get a hold of us at youtrydat@gmail.com. We're on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on Facebook. We're on round 2 of our angel investment. If you want to come get in on the ground floor. Let us know what you think of our snacks. Suggest a snack for us to try. Ask a question from the mailbag. Leave us a review or some stars or some likes. That would be great. If you do like the podcast, let us know. Or please let your friends and family know. And as always, thank you for listening.
All right, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's say that somebody's job is to, or there's a computer that does it, find everyone in the world who has like a similar body part to you, like a hand, right? So like they have to find
everyone in the world that has a hand.
Find a Geiger hand.
Let me finish. They have to find the hand. They have to find 5 hands that look exactly like yours. As much
They
as
won't.
possible.
I have fucking I have unique fingerprints. My
I
friend.
get that. They have to. So they're gonna here. Let me finish the goddamn.
You're just
Okay.
in the first round of jokes. You're not on to round 2 yet.
They find as identical of a hand as they can, and then
Yeah.
they show you 5 pictures of these hands.
Mm-hmm.
Could you figure out which hand is yours? Like, do you feel like you know the look of your hand?
No.
Is there any? Okay, the answer is probably no.
Can I hold
Is
my
there
hand
anybody-
up to it to like compare? With the...
No.
Oh, okay.
I
Is
just
there
have to
any other
know
body part
off
short of your face? Your face, you could tell. Find 5
Oh,
people.
you
who
think
look
I
like
can
you.
identify
Any
myself?
other body part though that you
Yeah.
could be sure was yours?
Yes,
Which one?
my toe because I'm missing a toenail.
No, they're gonna find guys with missing toes.
Missing toes?
Then I can identify. I still
All right,
have
that'll be different. This is like one of those picture finds where spot the differences. They'll find a guy with a black toe. I don't know, okay, that's not really going to help.
It's
But
a big round stump, so I guess that's
this
well.
guy
Let
has
me
an
think.
orb for a foot.
I think I have toes. Now that I see it, though, I'm starting to second guess.
Like maybe like if it was just my chin, I think I could spot my.
Oh, no part of your face,
Oh, no part of my face.
but it could be like your back, your goatee.
I don't,
Anything.
I don't have a very memorable.
Goatsy. Can you identify
Back.
please identify your goatsy from this lineup of goatsies?
Chad, do you think you could spot your taint in a crowd?
In a crowd. Oh, yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of people, and then there's a taint.
Spot the difference. Well, this picture has a taint in it.
Well, yeah, technically I don't have a taint, so I would be the body without a taint in it.
I guess, like, maybe if you had a very unique birthmark, like, that's your best
Yeah.
chance, right? Or if, like,
Yeah, like a mole,
a
or
mole.
something. Or,
Yeah.
Or like a deformity of some sort. Like, well, I guess, but would you be finding someone with the same deformity, like a fucked up toe?
If,
like
as
you
close
said,
as you could.
Yeah.
Well, and the
right.
closest you can find to no toenail is no toe. That's the closest you can
Well, there is no
No
toenail. You gotta
toenail.
agree. That's true.
Technically correct is the best kind of correct.
This is a penguin's flipper. I don't think this is
I think this is just a movie poster of Madagascar. I'm not sure. Novak, do you think there's a body part on you that you could spot?
I'm looking, like, around for something that would be, that you
Look-
know there's,
look
like,
where
a
you
mark
wanna
somewhere.
look.
I'm
Look where you
examining
wanna
my
look.
body as we speak.
Yeah.
Why have none of you said Wang?
They're gonna find 2 other people with the most unimpressive run-of-the-mill wangs you've ever seen in your life.
A picture of somebody with no Wang.
Yeah. Well, I might know because my wang has no toenail on it. So.
All right, so this guy was circumcised, so we found the closest we could, which was no penis, because there's no foreskin there. It's a picture of a woman.
Just a smooth Ken doll. That's probably not me.
I think something like toe might be
Toe
right.
is like unique, yeah. Feet are unique, or like
More unique than hands, right?
yeah, I would think so.
Why have none
We
of
see
you
them.
said cum gutters?
Because I don't have any. I have like a cum sack.
You're the you don't have any. You're the picture they're using for a guy who has cum gutters.
No,
Guy who has a
I don't
toenail
have.
on his cum gutters.
I don't have cum gutters, and then the other one is just a picture of somebody with no stomach, like a cannonball took out their midsection.
They're showing some bodybuilder my body. The fuck? That's the guy that's closest to me. I'm like this sloppy piece of shit they took a picture of.
Then you walk in as the doctor with the photos. Can you
When
spot
you
a
look at the
difference?
dick photo. Here's a secret. That's also mine.
Flip over the picture and see if you can tell if it's whose penis it is. It's mine. Flip it over. Flips it over. Just kidding. It's Popley.
Take a gander. Just see if you can spot it. It's
Which
me.
which one of these 5 dicks is yours? No, they all look really the same. Yes, all 5 are mine.
I got you.
Gotcha. Elaborate prank.
Look at the pictures of 5 penises of mine, or a bomb explodes in your heart.
All right, that's
Okay.
gonna do it for this time. We'll be back next time and turn out 3 brand new snacks.
Deuces.
Yep. Get on the train!